guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is just an impromptu video. I actually was not planning to film today. I know I missed my Sunday upload. I have a lot going on right now, which I will go into later in this video, and Sunday was just not a day that I was able to film and edit, but I'm here today. I mentioned in my last video that my next video would be my things I wished I knew before I went into labor. I'm still going to do that video because I know a lot of you here love my maternity content, and I will be continuing with that series. But I do also want to touch on some other things that I am interested in as well. So this is one of those videos. So today I just want to talk about my sugar waxing journey. I don't have any clips of me making the wax because at the moment that is a trade secret, because yes, I now do sell organic sugar wax. Details will be in the description if you wish to purchase. So let me just jump right into my journey, and I will also be giving you guys a quick demo in this video. So this should not be a very long video, so I should be able to actually film the other video after this, but let's jump right in. Alright, so I started sugar waxing just a couple of months ago. I usually get the regular hard wax at the spa, but time constraints and schedule constraints, I'm not able to do that anymore. So I decided that I was going to look into and do a lot of extensive research on sugaring. So it was a bit of trial and error. The very first sugar wax I put it in a teacup, a ceramic teacup. I overcooked it. It was burnt. It set in 2 hours and it was hard as a rock. This was during the day, and I was actually hoping that it would have turned out fine so I could go ahead and use it for later in the day, but it, like I said, I had accidentally burnt it, so it was hard as a rock, and I was like, I absolutely need to use this like right now. So did some more research, found out that I was able to, get it back to a workable consistency by putting it in the microwave. So I went ahead and did that, but I microwaved it for too long and it turned out too runny and it was too hot for me to touch, and I decided I was gonna go ahead and do it anyway. I wanted to wax my coochie area, and let me tell you, during my period of doing research for this sugaring journey, I've always heard that it hurts significantly less than to get a hard wax, which it is actually true, but I didn't believe it the first time I did it because the consistency was so off, my application was so off, and I didn't do it good. It hurt like, I can't say the word but it really hurt, and it left my coochie pitch patch. I didn't do it in the correct direction, so I got a lot of broken off hairs, which basically that is what shaving and naring is. So if I wanted to get that kind of result, I would have nared, but I didn't want that result, but that's what I got because I didn't do it properly. So I decided that this is something that I'm really interested in, and I do want to learn more about it. So I started doing it over and over again. I did more research, found out the proper way to apply it, and all that noise. So I just spoke about my first, I don't want to say prototype, because when I made it the first time I didn't make it with the intention to sell it. But the second time, once I did more research and I was like, this is a really great product. It's very hard to make. Yeah, technically it's not, but it takes a lot of time to perfect. So it's like, I'm gonna sell this. this, you know, people can benefit from this. It's way cheaper than going to the salon to get a wax. So let me go ahead and make it for resale. So my second prototype, it was way better than the first one. I didn't overcook it per se, but I cooked it to the temperature to get a hard wax, because I thought that was what was ideal. No, there's nothing wrong with the hard wax, but I don't like the idea of having to microwave the wax before I use it, because like I said, the first time I did it, I microwaved it for too long and it was runny. I had to wait again for it to cool down enough for me to use it. It was difficult to use because I guess it would have been easier if I had used strips, but I didn't have any strips. So sorry, I keep touching here. I relaxed my hair yesterday and it burned my face, so yeah, it still hurts. Yeah, so I didn't want to create a product that would require extra steps to use. So I wouldn't call my second prototype a fail, because it would be effective if you're a more not personal, if you're a more patient person. It would have worked great for you. So yeah, it's set very, very hard, just like the first one. The first 24 hours it was moldable, but beyond that it became very hard, and if you were gonna use it again, you would definitely have to pop it in the microwave, and that is what I was running away from. So my second attempt, I wanted to get the wax to a firm wax consistency, and I was like eyeballing it so hard. I was like, I do not want this to burn. I do not want it to burn. And I undercooked it. Well, I wouldn't say undercooked it. I cooked it to a syrupy consistency. I used strips for that, and it worked fine, but I was not trying to sell strip wax. I wanted to sell the moldable wax, so I consider that to be a fail. So my last and final prototype, this is the one that will be going up on sale next week. Hopefully you guys will be seeing this video on Thursday night. So my jars will be going up for sale next week, and it is this formula. You can see the color. It's a really, really pretty honey amber color. I absolutely love this. I made this 2-3 days ago. Today's Thursday. I made this 2 days ago, and as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, that's how it looks inside. You can see the bubbles because I have been like scooping it out to make videos all day. Here is my Instagram. You can go ahead and follow my business page, and you will know once they go for sale. You will know what right away. So yeah, this is how it looks. As you can see, it is a bit lopsided in the jar. Don't know if you guys can see that. That's because it was on an incline. So this to me is the perfect consistency. Not too sticky, not too hard. I'm gonna do a demonstration of how to properly apply the wax. As you can see, I didn't wax my arm, but I have very fine hairs on my arm, and I did wax my armpits about a week and a half ago, and as you can see, there is not really much going on under there. Still pretty smooth, and I'm stoked about that. I know you guys would absolutely love this. My pubic area I didn't do the lips because the girl is but the top is the same. However, I do have a little bit of fine hairs growing back there, but I'm not gonna wax my Brazilian to show you guys. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna get everything that I need in order to show you guys how to use the wax. Alright, I'm back. So these are all of the things that you will need to do your DIY sugar wax at home. You will need cotton balls or cotton pads. I have the cotton pads here today. You need a alcohol based cleanser or just plain isopropyl alcohol, which I have here in this bottle. You will need either baby powder, talcum powder, or cornstarch. This is the one I'll be using today, as well as you will need a jar of organic sugar wax, which I have here. Okie dokie. So I'm going to take the cotton and the alcohol and I'm going to cleanse the area that I am going to be waxing or demoing, because like I said, I'm going to be doing my arm. Excuse me, I'm a little bit ashy. I'm going to be doing my arm, and I do have hair on my arm, but it's very fine. That doesn't matter though. All I am doing is showing you guys the technique. You can see from my armpits that it does work. So this is just showing you guys the technique. I know that I don't have hair like that on my forearms. I'm just showing you guys the technique because I waxed everywhere else doing demos for the project, for the product. So I'm just gonna got my fan behind. I'm gonna cleanse the area that I'm gonna be waxing. Gonna get rid of some of that ash too. I'm gonna cleanse the area that I'm gonna be demonstrating the waxing on, and I'm gonna wait for that to dry. Alright, so the fan is drying, so I'm gonna go in with my powder, and the powder is essential because the powder will allow the wax to stick to your hair and actually remove it. So this is not an optional step, you need the powder. So just gonna put a little bit there and go like so. Alright, so now that my skin is prepped and ready to be waxed, I'm going to get my jar of organic sugar wax and I'm going to remove some now. I sell these in kits that come with a wooden spatula so you can remove the wax easier, especially since this is not the jar that I'm selling it in. The jar I'm selling it in is a square jar. This is a hexagonal jar. I could be very wrong. So it's easier to get it out of this with my hand, but with the jar that I'm selling the wax in, it's gonna be a little bit harder. So you can use the spatula if you buy my kit. You can use the spatula, but I'm gonna be using my fingers to remove some of the wax from the jar. Don't know why I just said it like that. So there you go, and I just like to swirl it around because now it's easier to do this if your hands are wet. However, I can never gauge how wet my hands need to be, and you don't want to melt the sugar. So what I'm doing now, I'm molding the sugar. I'm not going to mold it all the way until it's like caramel. That's what I see some people online doing. However, with this wax, because I made it so you don't need to reheat it, if you do that, it is going to melt on your skin and it's going to be harder to remove. But if that happens, you can just like wash it off. Sugar is water soluble. This is not like hard wax. Alright, so what you're going to do is to apply the wax in the direction of your hair growth. So my hair grows down, so I'm going to take my wax. This is how I'm applying it. and I'm going to apply it to my skin in a 3 count. So 1, 2, 3. It actually did remove some hair, but like I said, it's very fine. It's not going to show on the camera. So I'm going to go again. So apply it in the direction of your hair growth. My hair grows downward, so I'm going to apply like this. 1, 2, 3, up. Yeah, I am getting some hair, what you guys will be able to see. So I'm gonna go over the technique one more time on my arm, and then I'm going to try to demonstrate it on my armpits. I do have a bit of hair under there, but it's not a lot, so I'm not sure if it's going to be effective, but we'll try. So prep your arm and apply the wax in the direction of your hair for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, up. And it does not hurt, even if you, well, let me not say it does not hurt, it depends on your pain tolerance. So this is the ball that I used because not much hair came up. I'm going to be using this ball for my underarm demonstration. So I'm going to go in again with a new cotton pad. Spray. I'm going to cleanse my underarm, and this is important to do because removing hair will cause a bit of inflammation. You do not want there to be any like bacteria or germs present on your skin to enter the skin once it is inflamed. So let me bring you guys a little bit closer so you can see. There we go. You can see a little bit of hair growing down here. That's because I didn't get that when I waxed, but as you can see, this is mostly stubble. You're not supposed to wax this because it's too short, so I'm not sure if I will be getting anything up. So yeah, I'm just talking so this can dry. I'm gonna go in again with my powder and dust the powder. This is important because the powder will help the wax to stick to your hairs. Now the hair under my arm, they grow like so. Okay, so I'm gonna get the wax, and this is the ball that I just used. This is my container, so I can put it back. This is the ball that I just used. As you can see, I only put it down for like a couple of minutes and it's already melted out into the wax again. So I'm going to remove yeah, my storage was full. I'm going to remove that again, and I'm going to mold because some new wax came up on this, so I'm going to mold it again. Mold and apply. Like I said, my hair grows like this under my arm, so I'm gonna apply it like so on a count of 3. So 1, 2, 3, flick. And I don't know if you guys can see that. No, you can't. So I'm gonna go again, apply in the direction of hair growth. 1, 2, 3, and you have to really press down so it can actually grab your hair. Flick. Oh, don't know if you guys can see that. The camera is not picking it up. So one last demo. Apply in the direction of hair growth. 1, 2, 3, flick. Oops. Now this happened because I've been using this ball, so it did melt a bit. So that's an easy fix. You just swirl around, then continue. 1 2 3 flick. One, two, three, flick. All right, so that's a bit of a blooper, but I'm gonna be leaving that in because I want this demo to be authentic. So how you dispose of your wax, I throw it into my toilet. This does attract ants, it absolutely does. So I do not put it in my trash can because ants will take it up. So I just drop the ball in my toilet and it will melt in the water and it will not destroy your septic system. Alright, so that is it for my product demo and my sugar wax journey, story time, I guess you can say. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like and a comment below to let me know how you feel about this video and the techniques that I use, or if you even have any other questions, you can leave them below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching and see you in the next video.